Hey, good morning, Facebook. Um, it is Friday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. Um, we're just playing with something here new, bringing on guests. So let's see here. I want to. Oh, wait a minute. Approve. Invite. So. Um, and once again, this is Ask Joshua, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bam, my man, you in here?
I'm in here, brother.
Yeah. Uh, hey, Alana. Hope all is well. You know, I don't know if you know, I talked to your mother, but so she has calmed down. It appears. All right. What's going on, man? Happy Friday.
Man, happy Friday, brother. I'm sitting here thinking, man, how blessed it is to share the screen with you.
Yes,
And you
sir.
sweeten it because it's a Friday, man. I'm on
Yeah.
I'm on screen with Josh on a Friday, man. That's good.
Hey, man. Right on. Right on.
Yeah.
And you, it's they used to say the eagle flies on Friday. You get paid today?
I did, man. I
See,
did.
right. See, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, so yeah, somebody's talking in the chat there. So no, that's awesome, man. And so the beautiful thing about uh, the reality today is that you can get paid every day as an entrepreneur, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
that's why people want to be entrepreneurs. I got me a little mic. I don't know if it's working.
I hear you clear, man. I need to get me one of those, man.
Yeah, you could. This is for your cell phone. You know, when
Yeah.
I'm out doing um, workshops. You know, and I want to stream it live. So yeah, no, it works. It's $100.
Okay. Got you, man.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
a good investment. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So of course, this is Ask Joshua,
Hmm.
and you know, we've been at this for over a year on this
That's right.
platform, and so we're just trying to improve upon it because a lot of times when I'm on, I'm just talking to myself.
Hmm.
you
And
know.
we typing.
Yeah. So, any questions for Ask Joshua?
Man, I got a ton of them. So, man,
Okay.
hope I doubt I catch you off guard on any of them. Man, you're a pretty learned guy. So,
I was hoping.
okay. Well, hey, since I'm big on current events and hot
Yeah.
topics, and I
Yes,
know
sir.
you've been following the news and seeing what's going
Mhm.
over in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And my question for you is that for the average American, what does
Hmm.
that mean for us financially, or things that we need to consider as we, plan
Right.
for our financial future?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, always geopolitical activities are going to affect the stock market, and 50% of Americans are in the stock market, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, you should definitely pay attention. And so we did a workshop this week called "Developing Your Own Investment Plan," right?
Hmm.
And so if your plan is heavily dependent upon geopolitical reality of shaking the stock market, your plan is kind of shaky, right?
Yeah.
Because when these things happen, of course, Russia is the oil baron and energy baron, and they provide a lot of this to the world, right?
Yeah.
And so when the energy sector rise or decrease, we're affected.
Yeah.
So it's going to rise now, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Can we see six, seven, $8 gallon uh, gas? Right? Okay. Now we've never seen that in America. And other
Right.
countries have experienced that. Now
Right.
it'll be a problem. So the economic uh, controls that we have in America, we're going to try to utilize some of that. That's why we heavy on this diplomacy, right? Because if the American people start to hurt like that, because we're already hurting with inflation and the cost of goods and things of this nature, right? And it's gonna be, it's gonna be some crying, and when the American people cry, politicians respond. But as a strategy, this is the risk of being in the stock market, right? When these type of situations happen, there's going to be some negative impact. So, as a matter of fact, watching the markets this morning, hey, they plummeted, and that was a month ago. They're almost back at their highs, right? So, what are you going to do when the market plummet? Are you going to jump out? Right, that's what a lot of people do, right? So instead of buying more, buying low, selling high, right? So when these corrections happen, which we call crashes, we panic, right? So it's not the time to panic, it's the time to have your own investment plan, right?
Yeah, that's what Alana said. She said, this is the time to buy. She said,
right.
What would you buy?
So that's a great question. And it's I don't recommend stocks, and I don't recommend bonds and things of that nature. But I'm a vanilla type of guy. I buy the entire market. I buy the S&P 500. I'm buying it in a up market. I'm buying it in a down market, right? So I'm an index guy. Have been an index guy for, let's say, for about 20 years, right? So where I buy a solid S&P 500 index fund, which is a composite of the largest 500 companies in America, and I'm in the entire market, right? So I'm, I got the top 500 smartest business people working for me, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I buy. Now, would I buy some cryptocurrency? Would I buy some blockchain or things of that nature? Not me personally, but you should have a diverse portfolio. If you want to invest in early adapting technology, man, I work for Motorola, and I missed out on the cell phone, investing in the cell phone. Right? Yeah. So so that's what cryptocurrency is. It's an early adaptation technology for the money markets, right? Yeah. So that's what that. So and hope I didn't get too long-winded on that, but just trying to put it into perspective that you need to develop your own plan.
That's good.
Another question?
I do, man. So we're gonna stick with money. So I parrot a lot that you say. I've been following and working with you over a year, man. And one thing that you said that stuck to me is that we can't earn our way in the wealth, that we got to behave ourselves in the wealth. And can you give me the mindset behind that?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's a mindset. That's a discipline. That is an attitude and not a platitude, right? So you can, if you could earn yourself into wealth, all of the players that go to the NBA will come out wealthy. They won't be like a Chris Bosh or somebody like that who come out with 130 million, or a Dwayne Wade, that got 100 million net worth, those type of guys, right? But at least you could come out 10, 20 million if you could earn yourself to wealth, right? So now what I mean by behavior is that if you make $1 million a year and you spend $1 million a year, that's the wrong behavior, right? Yeah. So that's and so now if you make a family of two, and one husband and wife making $80,000 a piece, that's $160,000 a year. Then you have to consider a third of their income as being exposed to taxation, and then living expenses, food, clothing, raising children. So what's their behavior? Their behavior is they want to live like they have $160,000 of cash coming in, right?
Yeah.
So that's behavior. Now, if they would live on one of those incomes, 80,000, because there are families that only have $80,000 of income that do very well because of the behavior. Now that family that makes 160 with the two people, if they behave like they made 80, period certain, they would have financial independence. 15, 20 years, all right? Yeah, that's behavior. They behaving in a certain way. Instead of shopping at Macy's, right? They could shop at TJ Maxx, Walmart, right? Sam's Club, right? Behavior, and statistically, majority of the people that shop at Macy's make less than $50,000 a year.
Oh wow!
People that make over $50,000 a year, they shop at them stores I told you about because they're trying to make their dollar stretch. Behavior, right? Yeah. So everybody want a Mercedes. Everybody want a Lexus truck. You know, everybody want an Audi, right? $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 for a vehicle, and you only making $50,000 a year is not the right behavior. Right?
Yeah. Now you're not telling people to live poor. You just tell them to be more responsible with their money.
With your monies, right? Yeah. And because I don't know, and I might be wrong because I don't know. I think that brand new Chevy got everything the Benz got.
Yeah.
It got leather seats. Yeah. It has automatics, air conditioning and heat. Right? See, Landon told me I can't sleep in it. That's true. So yeah, I you know, but what it does, you know, you can tell the difference in a Honda and a Toyota purchaser than one that shops at BMW. It's their behavior, right? They want a reliable, dependable car that's going to last 10 plus years and affordable, right? Yeah. That's behavior. Now, behavior is not eating out every day, right? I used to do when I used to advise families, husbands and wives. I would go in and we will look at lunch. The husband spend X amount. Normally he spend more than the wife because he's having a couple of drinks at lunch, right? I'm talking every day. We have found $600 to $800 of waste right there in the family. Just on lunch. I said, well, listen, you know, I'm not going to take all your lunches away, but can somebody make lunch? One of y'all can make lunch for each other, right? And then you can save half of that, right? Yeah. So behavior, right? Change the behavior. You change your life. Right.
Yeah, and sticking into that vein, right? You did a workshop, and you were coming up with, you was talking about practical ways that we could begin to save money immediately, and some of the ways was cutting back on these monthly, yearly, and even sometimes daily fees. So, right. You know, there was overdraft fees, there was Netflix, there was a ton of other things that you talked about.
Yeah, just you know, so we're just talking about streaming service. I'm guilty, you know, but I'm just like everybody else. HBO Max and all them services are not mine. So they allow you to be on these other, you know, platforms, right? But you know, I pay for Netflix, and I pay for YouTube Pro. It's called YouTube Red now. That's because I can listen to a book on YouTube without interruptions.
Yeah.
So a 9-hour book, and I'm listening a couple hours a day. I listen to that book for free, right? It's stuff my subscription. So it makes sense. That's an investment, right? Yeah. But now when when all these hidden fees, overdraft fees, because I'm spending too much money, those definitely cause a problem. And fees, not only, everything has a fee, everything has a cost, but there's over fees in your investment portfolio, right? You know, individuals that are in real estate who have, or individuals that are not in real estate that have bad credit, they are paying too much. And so Tiffany says she gives herself an allowance, right? That's good.
Yeah.
That's really that's exceptional, and that's really we can go into that segment in a minute, talking about segregating your money, right?
Okay.
But yeah, fees is a big deal. Fees are robbing you of your wealth, right? Fees from the financial institutions, fees from your government called taxes, right?
Yeah, especially
Right.
those jokers right there.
Oh yeah, that's a killer,
Yeah.
man. Killer.
Yeah,
So,
but you know, during the pandemic, you know, there's a lot of people that wasn't going to the movies; they stayed indoors. So, you know, they went and signed up for Netflix, HBO Max, YouTube, and I know people that literally have like 7 to 8 different streaming platforms. And I'm just thinking like
Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah, that's a bunch of them. So,
yeah. Now that's a problem, you know, and then we don't have the discipline to go cut them off.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so you don't need all those streaming services, because that's, you know, if we say 5 at $20 a month, right? That's $100.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah. So those are problems. Those are problems.
Yeah.
That's behavior.
Yeah, and this is another one too. People getting food delivered. Man, I was reading an article the other day about what these Uber Eats and all that, the markup, you know, on the food just to pay for delivery. So right, it's a number of things. But yeah, do you want to take a moment to address Tiffany's question? I know you said
and Tiffany was talking about budgeting, right?
Yeah.
Right. So there's two schools of thought when it comes to budgeting, right? One of them is make so much money that you don't need to budget.
That used to be my way of thinking.
Right. That ain't the most. That's not most of us, Tiffany. So we have to go on the budget, right?
Yeah.
So we got an income, right? That's coming from our paycheck. So we have to budget for our taxes, right? We have to budget for our living expenses, our entertainment. There's no miscellaneous money, right? You should have a category where all your money goes. This is for short-term savings. This is for long-term savings. This is for retirement. So you put that's a budget where you put your $100 in a category and put it places and become automatic with it. So, 10% is for entertainment. That's a lot of entertainment, right? Out of your $100, right? So yeah, run a budget, but make sure there's no miscellaneous monies. Everything is identified what category goes in: housing, food, transportation, entertainment, savings, short-term savings for travel, minimum range trade savings for house,
Yeah.
And so get very, very serious with your budget.
That's good, man. It's gonna be a struggle, man, because I got that miscellaneous funding, man. I usually keep that funded pretty well, so I'm
right.
Yeah. Better over there.
Yeah. And I think we call it a business. Most businesses have that little slush fund, a little cash account for incidentals. No, not a good practice.
Yeah, man, that is funny,
practice.
Man. Yeah. Hey, so here's another one. So a lot of businesses got started during the pandemic, and I remember I don't remember the number that you stated, but a lot of them, a certain percentage of them, not successful beyond the first year. And like, what are you thinking, or what do you know to be the number one hurdle, or some of the main hurdles that they have to come across?
Starting up a business?
Yeah, being successful beyond that first year.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Well, so first, a lot of people started business or expanded their business with PPP money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't say don't start your business with loan money, because I lend money. Right. But I'm just saying, the best, what you want to do is you want to get very clear in the product and service that you offer, right? Then you want to get very clear in your customer, right? Who is my customers? Then you want to get clearer on how do I reach my customer, right? And so if you got a product and service, a good product and service, and you try to sell it to the wrong customer, you're going to have problems, right? So the most difficult part of providing products and services is the marketing and sale piece, right? You know, so you can say, well, I'm just going to get in a business that's already mature, like hair, right? Everybody got it. And you think you're going to be successful. No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah, because everybody you gotta still get very clear on your customer, right? And how to reach that customer, right? So that's the whole thing. That's why we're on these media platforms that are, you know, free, right?
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, right? So you know, so now she say niche, right? So that's nothing wrong with, you know, having a niche. I consider myself a boutique, you know, financial planner. I'm not for everybody, right? That's my niche, right?
Mm-hmm.
My target company. But if people want to be successful in business, they need a plan, right?
Yeah.
Got to get very clear. You want to think on paper, right? You want to get a business plan. You can go to SCORE, right? They give you templates for setting up business plans and things of that nature. That's fine, but they're not a professional business plan. We offer professional business plans to our customers where they're detailed studies. We're gonna get clear on who our customers are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can create you a 35-page document, right? Demographic studies and performers, how much you want to grow year after year, but does that help you get clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a mindset change where we're actually getting clear. So gotta take Elena. She said I am great. So thank you.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, since you was kind of telling what you offer, how can the people out here reach you?
Well, I appreciate that. Well, you can reach me here on Facebook. You know, all social media platforms, Joshua Pondexter. My website is joshuapondexter.com. My Instagram, Joshua Pondexter. LinkedIn, Joshua Pondexter. Email, joshuapondexter@gmail, right? So all platforms, Twitter, Joshua Pondexter. I was able to get all these platforms, I guess, because nobody wanted to get my name and then sell it back to me. I wasn't that big yet, you know.
Yeah, hey, I was about to say, man, you kept it easy. You didn't have to get too creative or too funky with your name. So I think that's a good business tip too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so, and the thing about that is that have a social media presence. There's so many people in business. Good one. So many people in business that has no social media presence. I don't want to be on Facebook. There's a bunch of mess on there. Man, get out of here, right? You know, there's a bunch of mess everywhere. But if you're not on social media, She said you better be everywhere. So if you're not on social media, last year, November and December, I did 2 workshops, and I'm talking about real world workshops.
Mm-hmm.
And hadn't did one in 2 years since the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so with social media, I was able to put 20 plus people in the room, right? And 85% of the people came through my social media platform, which cost me no money to market to.
Mm.
Yeah. So and then you can become a celebrity on social media. Yeah. The Floor Is Yours podcast. You guys gonna be a celebrity. I live a couple blocks from the train. I can walk up to the train, take the train into Chicago, and I'm on the train, and the conductor's like, "Hey, I know you. You that guy from LinkedIn."
Yeah.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
Bad song too. Yeah. Right? So and so he's like, "Yeah, you always dropping that good information." Free advertising, right? Yeah. So for a business owner. So yeah, good. If you're gonna start, this is something that you're gonna have to get in tune with. Is social media marketing. No matter what type of business that you're in, you're gonna need a website, right? Yeah. Because this is how your customers research you, right? This is how lenders research you, right? Okay. Yeah. So business, if you're a startup business, get serious, get focused, get clear. And the only way to get clear is to think on paper, have a plan. It's called a business plan. There's a marketing plan included in that. Know who your customers are. Know how much you're going to charge, right? Yeah. Most people who they underprice themselves, right? This is why you can't sustain your business, right? You charging $50 and the other guy charging $150. Yeah. You think you're doing something? No. So that's what I said. And, you got another question for me before we're going?
No, that's it. I want Tiffany, I appreciate her watching. So right. I'm sure she's picking up on something that you said about the social media presence. Tiffany and I had a conversation. She's trying to grow her business, and that's something that she even admitted that she's challenged with. So, hey, Tiffany, hope you jump out there and take the leap of faith and get it done so you can be successful.
Right. And let me before we move away from social media, social media. First of all, you have to build a community, right? Right. Businesses do not do well on social media. Okay. Until they build a community, right? So you got to build a community before you start selling to the people. Facebook capped you at 5,000 people, right? And so LinkedIn does not. Instagram does not, right? So now you got to think building a community. So you move into. Thank you guys for sharing. You're not. I said the page is there. Need to mark it. So I'm telling you. Here's my personal page. I'm broadcasting from my personal page, not my business page. Joshua Pondexter, personal page, right? Now, I'm building a community, and I have for 10, 12 years been on Facebook. But as soon as I started trying to sell people stuff, their sales resistance is high, right? Yeah. How do I lower that sales resistance, right? So I got to show them I'm a part of the community. Give away free information. Give away motivational thoughts, right? Share a little bit about myself, right? Let you see I'm a real person. I had somebody refer a client to me. and the client was like, you know, it was the first lady of the church, you know, that referred the client to me, and she said, "Well, it's my first lady, but I don't know you." So I went on Facebook, and you was that same fat faced guy that I'm looking at. You see what I'm saying? So that gave her a level of comfort, right? So okay, same guy. I see the stuff that he posts. I see, you know, he's a father. He's a grandfather. I see, you know, he's a real person, right? Yeah, I don't look like he's gonna take my money and go run off, right? Yeah. So you build that community before you start selling to people.
Okay.
Right? You can't move in a neighborhood and go knock on everybody's door. Say, hey, you know, I just moved down around the corner around there. And by the way, I'm a life insurance salesman. Here's my card. Like, what's wrong with that guy?
They go to the neighborhood.
The whole neighborhood gonna shun you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's critical. Start a business, get competent advice, get a mentor.
Get a mentor. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah. Get a mentor. You need a business mentor.
Yeah. I've benefited from that.
Let me explain what a business mentor is, because most folks don't know one is. So there's two requirements that you must have in your mentor. They must want to see you do well, right? So most people, I don't know, they say they want to see you do well, but so that's a requirement. They must want to see you do well. The second requirement is that they have a financial interest in you doing well, right? See, a lot of people think I'm their mentor because I share information with them, right? I wish they would call me after 5. You won't get no answer. If I'm your mentor, you can call me at 3 a.m.
Yeah, good point.
That's the difference. I want to see you do well, and I have a financial interest in you doing well. So something must be up. It's 3 a.m. Let me see. My money on the line. Let me see what's up. Let me see what's up.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that's a mentor, right? And it's not bad. Some professions have it built in. So if you're a realtor, and you go to work for a broker, hey, that person, you know, he makes money when you make money. Insurance, financial services, right? A job, right? Yeah. Do well on the job, the business do well. So those are, you know, definitely for a business owner. And study, you know, study business, right? Yeah. Study business. Educate yourself. Become financially literate, right? Because now you have moved out of the consumer category to the producer. Yeah. And the producers have different language that they talk. They got a different way they walk.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. So you're a producer, and I want to, before we go, if you don't mind, just give us a scope of all the services that you provide.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Doc. So once again, Elena was saying, we're a niche company. She's my client. Her mom's my client. Her brother and sister-in-law my clients, right? Okay. So they know me. So we number one, we provide estate planning, right? So that's something where you have a mature estate, you have a business, you have real estate, you have investments, and you want to protect that, right? From lawsuit, judgment, liens, divorces, unscrupulous heirs. So we show you how to protect your assets, right? And so now if you just start up, right? So you're starting a business, we can take you from concept to startup to funding, right? So now it's like, I don't even know, I know I want to start a business, but I don't know what I should do. So we can help you work through the concept, what will be better for you with your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and then we can incorporate that business for you, and then we can help you fund that business, right?
Yeah.
And then retirement planning. You know, we show you how to invest your money, where to invest it, where to get the best bang on your buck, so you don't get taken advantage of. And we do business credit, we do personal credit. Credit is a big piece of expansion, personally and business wise. So you need to understand the dynamics behind that. So I don't know, I might be missing some.
LLCs,
yeah, right.
Profit, right? All of that.
LLCs, nonprofit, that's organizing, incorporating. So yes, you know, we'll help you set up your LLC. We'll help you set up your LLC where it's credible, compliant, fundable, right? And so most people set up an LLC, but it's not credible. It's not even compliant. Therefore, it will never get funded. So there's a whole dynamics behind doing that. So go to joshuapondexter.com. You can peruse our website so you can see the services that we offer.
Yeah, and one more that's most important that I take advantage of is the ongoing coaching. Mac, that's invaluable, man. I definitely appreciate that piece of it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You, no, and I appreciate it too, because you know when the coach get a great student, man, you know, he loves it, you know, and it don't become work. You know, it's like it's work to give people information, they don't utilize it, right? And then my biggest stick is tax reduction strategies, right?
Yeah.
So we can't even, we got so many books on taxes that we're reading right now to help our clients understand this 50% drag on their wealth.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, so that's one of the, tax reduction strategies that are legal, moral, and ethical.
Cool. Man, that's all I got, brother.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah, man, it's always a pleasure. Hey, I'm gonna tell my friends I made it. I'm on the screen with Joshua Pondexter.
You don't ask Joshua.
Yeah.
All right. So hey, listen, Facebook friends and family. This young man, they have a multiple podcasts, but it's all under the handle of The Floor Is Yours podcast. They're on Facebook. They on YouTube, the Instagram, all the platforms that you could think that a podcast should be on. And they're doing it for the culture, right? So there's cultural information that's going on, right, from a Black perspective, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're talking about financial matters. They're talking about relationship matters. So they're trying to have a dialogue so they can create stronger and more vibrant relationships in our community, right? They're talking about health and fitness. Everybody on there is fit except you. So
hey man, I'm working it. I'm getting there. Come see me in another month.
Yeah, okay. All right. I saw the professor when he pulled out one of his old pictures.
Yeah. Hey, the professor flexing, man.
Yeah, right, yeah. So hey, this is it's beautiful, man. It's Black people out here that care about us, and you're definitely one of them,
Appreciate the plug, brother. It means the world.
Okay. Yes, all right, man. We're gonna sign out. As always, we wish you love, peace, and soul.
Yes, sir.
Bye for now.